set out for evenly graded string. In this exercise we will manually import a polyline from CAD, regrade the string and create manual setout points for uploading. Firstly, we need to create a new project as shown previously. This one will be called Drain Setout. So we're going to double click on the 12D Model 9 icon. We're going to type in the model name Drain Setout. Pick the folder, which will be Training Survey Setout. Click OK and just click back in and press enter. And we're going to pick our configuration, which is Getting Started. And then we click Create. We will just finish the Setup Project Details panel, maximize Plan View 1 and move the Recalc panel down to the bottom left. We're going to now read in a polyline from CAD. We select File I/O, Data Input, DWG, DXF, DXB. We click on the File folder icon and select Browse. Go up a level and double click on Drain. We can put in a prefix. The prefix again will be DWG space and the null level value will be 0. We can then click Read and then Finish. Before we can actually grade the string, we need to turn it into an alignment, or in this case a super alignment. This is done in 2 steps. To convert it to an alignment, we select Utilities, A to G, Convert, Poly to Alignment. We click on the pick icon and pick and accept on the drain. We're going to give it a new name, so we're just going to type in Drain. The model, we'll type in Drain as well. We'll give it a new color, blue. And we're not going to delete the original, as you always want to keep a copy of the original data you brought in. We'll then click Process. This option has then filtered out 10 unwanted points through the alignment prior to turning it into an alignment. We can then click Finish, turn off DWG Drain and turn on the Drain model. Here it's just set up as a normal alignment. We're now going to convert this to a super alignment. To turn the string now into a super alignment, we use the option Strings Convert. We click on Pick, we pick and accept the string. We're now going to click on Super Alignment. And here we'll just set the label style to Full. Click Set, then Finish. We can then click Finish on the Convert String tab. The alignment can now be profiled and vertical geometry created. To do this we need a section view, so we select View, New, Section. We can click back in Plan View 1 and select Window Tile Vertical. And then we can click the profile icon in the section view, then pick and accept on the alignment string. The values you see at the bottom of the screen here are the actual curve radii. To add the levels we need to edit the string. This can be done by either selecting Strings Editor or there's a super alignment toolbar, and if you pick the second option out that says Edit, we can then pick on the super alignment and accept to bring up the super alignment editor bar. To add vertical geometry, in this case just a start and an end point, we use the first toolbar, the Add Remove IPs toolbar, and we go down to Append VIP. We then release the cursor, and in our section view you'll see we have VIP1 highlighted. We can then click right button, typed input, and we can type in the chainage, 0, space, and the required start height of 20, enter. As you move your cursor around you'll get a dynamic link back to the start point. To type in the second point, again we click right button, typed input, and here we can type in the end chainage. which is 414.116 space and our required height of 25. Again, press enter. You can press escape. If you are reading these off a long section, you should be able to then check your grade against the paper copy. We've now finished our alignment string, so we can use the Finish toolbar and select Finish. Click Yes to finish editing. In most modern data collectors, this would normally be enough to be able to then upload the string. If you had a lower end data collector where you just wanted to create point numbers along the alignment at specific chainages, we need to do a couple of extra things. We need to create firstly a special chainage file which can then be used when we create our setout points. To create a special chainage file, we use the Roads toolbar and we go to the option Special Chainage File. Here we pick the alignment by clicking Reference and Pick and Accept on the alignment string. We're going to set the data source to alignment straight and curve. We're going to add the IPs and tangent points. We're going to create a point every 10 meters along the straight and every 5 meters along the curve. We then click Add to List. You'll see circles created at all the proposed chainages. And we can now have a look at the list to filter out things like this one here where the setout point is very, very close to a tangent point. So here we click View List and we can just physically go through and just make sure there's no points too close to a tangent point. To fix the problem, you literally just highlight the point and you can just remove it from the list. So we'll just scroll down. Moving through the list, we might get rid of 255 there. It's fairly close to 257. 290 is very close to the tangent point. 380 is again very close to the tangent point. And 405 is very close to a tangent point at chainage 405.863. When you've done the editing, you click Set. We can now write out the file, so we're just going to call it drain and click Write. This file will then be used in the next process. We can now select Finish. We'll now generate point numbers coinciding with the points along the alignment. We're going to select the option Survey, Setout Point using superstrings. We'll start off at the Options tab and we're going to firstly set our circle color to say magenta. We're going to tick on Draw Link from Setout to Label. Use Pious Point ID, which will check to see what point numbers have been used in the project and increment those. And we're going to change the text style to say Coordinate Label 1 to 500. We can also change the model here and we're just going to change it to Setout Drain. We press enter. We can now go to our Create Points option. We'll set the offset firstly to 1 and we can set our start point back to 1 as well. This data source will be string. We click String to Label and then we pick and accept on the alignment string. Here we have an alignment setout panel that comes up and we have the option here to use a special chainage file. We then select the special chainage file, hit Set, Finish, then Label. If we were to zoom in anywhere, you'll see the actual labels here. If we wanted to change the offset, we can click Undo. We might change the offset to say 1.5. Again, click Label. And the labels can now be rearranged using the options that we showed you in the house setout project.